Morning everyone. Today our plan is to do the insulation as much as we can. We need to replace this window, but we don't have it yet, so we're going to leave this section out. But hopefully we'll be able to get as much of the rest done as possible, and then we can start paneling. Let's get cracking! Allez, allez! Are you sure this is going to be insulating enough? It's very light. I mean, I can even do this. Cool. Let's see what's in here. We've got a place from a place called H2R Equipment in France. I hope it's going to be insulating enough, but it should be. My husband knows about these things, so let's see what's in here. So what have we ordered?
Well, here we have this stuff again. Which is quite thick. Seems to be about like a centimeter thick, which is thicker than I thought. The idea with that is first we put the inner layer along with steel, glue it on there, and then this we'll put over that. Maybe leave a little bit of a gap if it works out. So this will be the humidity layer, the water prevention barrier, and also a little bit of insulation. Very light. Does help the cause. I hope it works out. I hope it done with sums right. So let's have a look. So here we have the 2x1 sheets. This is from Rimo. There we go. Rimo. It's called the Extreme. It's called the Extreme insulation. This is what they use for camper vans anyway. We have different thicknesses. We have 10mm, 20mm, which is basically just 2 layers sandwiched, and then some 30mm ones as well. So the idea was to do 10mm on the floor, 20mm on the walls, 30mm at the back. But I think we'll change that because we're going to do a different thing on the floor now. And as I said, I hope we have enough of this stuff. So let's go see how far we get. We'll just map it out a little bit. Well, here we go. I don't know about you guys. I think it's already a lot more cozy than you think. Look around us, man. What a result. We haven't even started yet.
Oh, it's so cool. Hello.
No more echo, you think?
There's less, I think.
Oh, you're pretty good. So, we're just going to measure it. The width, give it a bit of a cut. Maybe the other side. There's one I made earlier. And then luckily we've got some nice space here at the moment. Let's see how straight this piece of wood is. Oh, I'm liking that. Oh, so much cooler. So yeah, you can also measure it out, obviously, with a tape measure. But practically speaking, this does the trick. This is good. It weighs nothing. It's incredible.
Easy to cut.
Yeah. Neat, isn't it? Guess we need to trim the edges here.
That's a lot of experience there, people. Knowing the curve to follow. When I do it, there end up being big gaps all over the place. So I think you best do the curves.
Wow, look at that. So obviously we need to glue it onto the steel if we can. The glue wasn't in the box. So what we want to do is glue that in there. Then put the silver foil over the top of the metal frame here. So we might have a little gap between the silver foil and this, which will help us. A little bit of an air gap, which is always good. Because that's quite good for radiant energy, radiant heat, so it might even help to reflect heat back out again. This already helps to stop the heat from coming through in the first place, and if you're warming the bus, it keeps the warmth inside. That's the plan.
And we have a window.
Not bad. Cool, dude.
Another one.
Going pretty well. All this wood we have, I think all the wood we're going to be using in the trailer, some we found, we've got some pallets. It's all old wood which we're repurposing, which is part of the deal as well for us. But what we thought we'd do, or I thought I'd do, put some battens here in between the large structure, and that's to put the wood on later on. That's to give it a bit more strength, I guess, because this is a long span to bridge. So yeah, for the moment this will go in here. It's a pity we don't have the glue, that we can't just finish all of this and get it all done with and stuck on and move on, but yeah, I don't know why that happened. Anyway, so we're carrying on. We're going to try and cut it and get everything ready, and then later on we'll just give it a good push.
Oh, it's too square again. It's got that curve, dude. I haven't been doing this for like 100 years. But hey, if I can do it, then anyone can, right? You wouldn't even see. Yeah? Cool.
These are the fiddly bits.
Yes, alright. Whew. But I've had to, there's a bit of a double layer thing going on here to try and get a piece into here. But there is some behind here, and it's amazing. You can feel the difference. Here is without insulation, and this was the same temperature. And now if you feel it, it's completely cool. Feel it. It's amazing.
I don't know if you can feel that.
That is amazing.
Wow.
What a difference. That's wicked. Yay, it's working.
So this stuff actually does work. It's very lightweight. It depends on your thickness, how much insulation you get. But there's no dust involved. It cuts easily. It forms easily. I think it's genius stuff. So check that out, man. And you can get into the little cracks as well there.
I'm trying to show you.
Our installation professional has just finished the corner.
No, I've still got a tiny bit.
Still got a tiny little bit.
But hey, this is really cool. This brings back memories, my darling, of when we were doing flooring. Managed to get the other pop rivets out by drilling them and then taking them off with this baby, but I don't know what's happened here and I don't know how to get it out. So it's like, these little things that hold you up.
So anyway, we got the first layer of insulation in. Put these buttons here, which is going to help us do the side walls, give us a bit more support. And the idea is to run the buttons all the way along the sides completely, and then put everything in there, like the furniture and that. We've got that bit of width so we can get away with it. I'd rather just have it all insulated really well. A good find are these little boys. These are self-tapping screws, which makes life a lot easier. You just drill it straight into the metal frame of the van. No drilling holes first and then another screw and all of that stuff. Much quicker, easier, very good. And what we have here is the 10mm insulation, which was actually going to go into the floor, but after we had some discussion here, we thought we'll put cork on the floor. It's a bit thinner, it's a very good insulation as well, and we'll use this 10mm, and we put another double layer on the walls. I think, you know, while we're here we might as well do it and use it and do it properly. So there you have it.
Cool. And I'm still battling with this silly thing. Bugger! I mean, oops, bleep. Wow. So is it double?
Yeah, so that's double. That's double there. Not at the window because it's going to be difficult to finish it off, I think.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Clean up.
So yeah, as I said, there's the brackets over there. One in the roof. So I just give us extra support for the walls, make it one solid unit. And here is where the shower is going to be, so we need to work out how far along the shower will be. Maybe about here. And then we need to put the support in there. Start marking out the floor as well. Cool.
Wow, it's really cool. It's difficult to tell. It's pretty hot, but hey, we don't have our window open. Duh. My outstanding effort. I managed to cut this relatively straight. So it's going to be an amazing amount of insulation. And then I need to cut off this bit. Wow. So we're going to sleep nice and toasty, at least.
20mm all around. Where possible, we've put another 10mm layer, so it's 30mm. Vic's done a great job here. 30mm along the back and the floor, because that's obviously where the bed's going to be. Try and keep it nice and cool and in the summer, warm in the winter. And then we'll have our little gap between that and the silver foil, which is still coming, but we need some glue first, so we'll have to do that just now or another time. Now we're going to move on to the shower. We've just marked it off. As luck would have it, it follows the structure of the bus quite well, and now we just need to cut into the ceiling. So check this out. I marked off the shower. You can see it on the floor, the outer edges. This is the shower and the toilet together. It's quite a generous space, but we've got the width of the bus anyway, so we might as well use it and make it comfortable, right? The ceiling has already been damaged or utilized, as it were, by the previous owner, and they had their own shower in here, but that was very low. They had a ceiling here, the floor was much higher, about that much higher. So now we've gained a lot of height, and now we're going to see if we can gain even more height, because we've got something quite unusual planned for this area, which you'll see later on. First we need to try and cut the ceiling, see if I can do that. And the best way to do that is with a #1 grade A Stanley knife.
And how do you take the curve into account, measurement wise?
That's the thing, yeah. 207 and 3.5.
Right at the centre.
So here's the midpoint of the bus.
Okay.
Luckily we have a midpoint here.
Alright, yeah.
So if we measure this way, 23.5. Let's see how far we get here. Okay. Should be there.
Oh, cool.
So we can either use the old or go a bit wider.
You're going to have to figure out how to put in some sort of finish.
Yeah, because we got this here too, eh?
What is it?
That's the bracing for the roof.
Right, cool.
So I think in between the bracing,
Yeah.
there is cross beams.
Okay.
So either way it's damaged. Let's cut into
Yeah.
it and see where we end up.
You've got to have a nicer finish than that. And proper insulation would be good.
Yeah.
And we're also doing this because we want to put in a fan. So we need to see what size fan you can put in. Wow, that cuts quite easily. Okay, especially when you've got those superhuman strength sometimes. Well, according to me it's superhuman because I'm just a weakling sometimes. So scoring it helps.
Yeah, it gives you a line for the knife to bite.
It's the carpenter tip when you lose your pencil.
Yeah. It's great. So the front.
Yeah. Wow.
There it is. Cool.
Oh, excellent.
So there's the cross beam. What we need to do now is try and follow it.
part of the purpose of doing this is so we could measure this space, because we want to put in one of these opening things but with a fan. So we need to measure it to see what size fan we can order.
Don't even need glue, man.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Very.
Well, what do you think of that? It's cleaned up nicely, hasn't it? We've done the insulation, the first layer. Cut out the whole area for the shower out of the ceiling as well, which is nice, which gives us an idea of what goes where. I'm going to put a nice vent in there, a turbo vent. The floor is going to get some cork, which is good insulation, not too thick, maybe 5 mils. And then wooden boards on that, maybe the pallet boards, we'll see what we use. Now we are ready to put some electrical wiring in here. Everything's here, we've got everything we need. We've got the whole kitchen, we've got all the appliances, whatever we need we've got. We just need to keep our patience and do the basics right. And from there we'll see how we go down. But for now, I'm really impressed, and it's nice to see the space of the van. How it's really come to life now that all the dust is gone, we've cleared it out. And it's looking really good, it's exciting. So stay tuned for the next episode.